everybody. Welcome to 6-minute access of Red Dead Redemption 2.
Got that darn tootin' cowboy shooting.
I'm Bronson.
I did
joined by
not
Brandon.
mean for that to rhyme.
So, we are... this is about the halfway, actually about the 2/3 point of the main story. And you have...
So hella spoiler warning right now.
Yeah, so... yeah, I've been playing a lot of this game. It's probably one of the best damn games I've played in a while.
Yeah, Bronson's been talking a lot about this game.
It is wildly huge and impressive.
I'm in a mode right now where I kind of don't have the capacity to give a shit about this game.
Fair enough.
Just where I'm at in terms of video games, but it seems cool.
Yeah, fair enough. So, let's see. Am I at a point where a bounty is still up?
No.
Let's see.
I'm gonna say no right now because I want to be negative.
So, actually, no. There's one up. Good. So, there's all kinds of activities you can do in this game. From poker to bounty hunts to blackjack to going to see a theatrical production to taming horses to hunting legendary animals to fishing for legendary fish.
You could even fuck your sister.
No. Can't do that.
You could maybe fuck your sister.
Uh,
You're like, you can't.
yeah, so
You can visit Bronson.
one thing I actually really like about this is
I fucking got him with another one, guys.
God.
Got he.
Is whenever he sees something on the map, he actually opens his notebook to draw it and notate it. So on the map, if you're if he notices an area where a legendary animal is, he'll notate it on the map, and that's where you could go.
That's where he spotted the legendary Bronson in the wild.
I fucking knew that was coming. I walked right into it.
You walked up to it and you knocked on its door, and you were like, "Hello, impending bear joke. Are you here?"
Yeah, and then so that's the coyote.
At least we don't call you a pig or something.
Yeah, at that point I'd just be like, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna talk
You're
to
like,
you guys.
Yeah, go fuck yourselves.
So white is side quests, and then there are yellow story quests. We're gonna go do a bounty. So there's also separate missions where it's you go to a police station and they give you a bounty to go find someone, bring him back dead or alive, and
This horse is thick.
yeah, no, this is went out and got the best horse I could get at the time.
What's up with the video? Looks a little weird.
What do you mean?
It just looks a little I mean, it could just be that we're coming back from Persona, which is all bit crushed and shitty looking, but I don't know, this one looks kind of downscaled or something.
Huh.
It doesn't look as crisp as I would expect. It might be the capture card, but it's not.
Yeah, because I don't know. I actually kind of agree now that you pointed out.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all pixelated, I guess.
Yeah, I think it might be the capture card.
Because I've seen this game without the downscaling, and it looks fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks fine here.
Yeah. So, also you need to hunt animals to stay alive. There's survival elements.
I forgot that Red Dead literally has the same UI as Grand Theft Auto.
One thing I actually found really cool is you can turn off all the HUD elements and everything.
Yeah, they've been doing that in games kind of frequently lately.
So, if you want to, you can turn off all the HUD elements, and, when on a main mission, you would actually have to listen for directions. And, another example is, no, hold on, I need my main inventory. So, there are missions to, so there's this series of missions in the game where you have to, hunt down these legendary gunslingers. And, let's see, where are they? Cigarette cards. Nope. There we go. Photographs. So you have to hunt down these legendary gunslingers, and then you can go and ask about them and go hunt them down and whatnot. But you actually have to read the back of the card and find out where they were, and it'll give you directions.
Hmm.
So, for example, Slim Grant, the one we're looking for, is last seen in Ansburg, which would be up here. And then you can, and then you'd go there and check it out. One thing I actually found really cool is it has procedurally generated like small missions on the map, and those small missions on the map will give you like other stuff to do that's like valuable. So like I saw this guy being brought in by 2 bounty hunters, and he was screaming like, "Hey man, I didn't do it. Like these guys are, this is fucked."
Right.
And I like decided to kill those 2 bounty hunters and set him free. And he's like, "Oh man, like fuck, thank you." Also, hey, the general store owner in Strawberry is making moonshine in his basement. You do what you want with that information. And then you go and you can rob his ass, and you won't get in trouble, because what is he going to do? Call the police about his his illegal moonshine operation?
Right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like all kinds of procedurally generated stuff like that.
All of that stuff just kind of made me think about like how much I would hate trying to get anywhere without a phone. Like, I don't even remember trying to navigate before having Google Maps, you know what I mean?
Dude, say, oh,
Like, just in my
fuck.
pocket.
Well, I ruined that pelt. Also, I'm apparently in legendary animal area, but we'll get to that point in a minute.
Can you kill the legendary animals?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that what they're there for?
Yeah, like, and you get really good material from them and whatnot. And those materials can be used to upgrade your camp or, like, make trophies or, you know, really good recipes.
That's pretty cool.
So,
Just leaves a dead carcass.
yeah, and it actually decomposes in real time, so if you come back a few days later, it'll be, like, half decomposed.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so... Oh, hey, we've actually encountered a little side mission near here.
Nice.
Wonder what this one's all about. Oh, I remember these guys.
Yep.
So we'll show you a little taste of what a side mission is like. This game is very methodical. Like it like
Oh,
takes its time for sure.
Hmm.
Where is this? So, is it somewhere in this circle? Where are they?
hey.
In my 40 some odd hours of playing this, my only real complaint so far has been the controls are a little rough.
Yep.
Yeah, here we go. So we helped these 2 guys out earlier.
Found a couple of stoners out in the wild.
Oh, hey, friend.
So they broke out of jail and we helped them get away.
We're dying, friend.
We ate some bad mushrooms.
Bad business, sure. It's been real tough.
Told you they were
So
stoners.
it seems. I hate to ask.
Stoner convicts.
We need some medicine. Kind of fast. Medicine?
Looking for that good stuff, you know?
Look at me.
The dank stuff.
And he's
Kind of nose clams
and he looks like shit.
that you snort up through a straw and make you want to dance the night away.
I ain't well. Not at all. Not at all. I'm begging you, partner.
I will trade you many dead people from history times.
So if you have a health cure, you can give it to them.
I told you, Elvis. I told you, did I? You did. You told me.
If you don't have one, you have to go buy one though.
We're gonna be all right, buddy.
Are we?
Well,
What I liked about this side quest is like when they first broke out of jail together, they hated each other's guts and they're both incredibly racist. But then they had to kind of help each other survive.
Jesus.
thank you.
Oh, that's good stuff.
But listen, I reckon you boys should get on out of here. Maybe split up. Head up north or overseas. They don't like groups of men. I know.
I hear you, boss. Oh, once we're back.
Oh, yeah, well, I agree. I can't wait to be with you.
They love each other.
Yep.
Well, be embarrassed no more. Get back to where folks like you, and I'll go where they like me.
So the North.
We'll talk about this later when we get back into the tent. Crawl under the sheets. Brought my saxophone.
Oh Lord. Oh wait.
What happened to your bounty?
Yeah, I accidentally took off the marker to go find that. So hold on. That was in Valentine. So here it is. So yeah, but like you'll run into stuff like that. The thing is, like, I have found that most of the side quests actually have a lot of the care and writing that go into a more traditional game.
Right.
Like a full release. Like I am always surprised at the level of writing and care in a lot of the side quests.
Right.
Like there's this one, and I'm gonna spoil some here, where you find this dude who's like on a fucking bench and he's like, I lost fucking everything. Like da 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 da. Look, and like you just think he's a crazy homeless guy. And he asks you to retrieve this stuff from his old abandoned house, and you're like, okay, sure, why not? And you go to this old abandoned house, and you see the foreclosure notice on the roof, on the like door, and then you go in and you find the stuff, and you find out about the guy by running through his old bummed out house with his stuff. So you found out like he was fired from his job for character concerns, and what you find out is his old job was he was a slave trader, and he was like super proud of it and shit, and like it's super messed up, and then you like it was kind of like you ever hear that game Gone Home?
Yeah.
It was basically that, but a miniature form. And then like you go and confront him about it, and he's just like, I was somebody, I had a job, I was super good at my job. And like you're like, some jobs aren't worth saving, and then you throw his shit in his campfire.
Right.
And then at that point you choose to walk away or do what you will with him. I hogtied him and threw him in his own campfire.
Right.
And it gave you plus honor for that. So
Damn.
also gives you plus honor for blowing away KKK members. I actually saw two KKK members putting up a cross with one of their leaders, and I spooked them. The cross fell on the two. I shot the leader in the head, and when the two were like struggling to get the cross on them, I threw a Molotov cocktail on them, and they burned underneath the cross.
Damn.
Yep. Also, the game just has tons of insane little details. So, like, perfect example is if you put someone in water, but, like, only barely where they can kind of keep their head up above it, they will attempt to not drown. Same thing with if you have them ride on the back of the horse and you stay in too deep of water for too long, they will in fact drown. Different wildlife acts in different ways. So like, if you chase after a possum, it will in fact play possum.
Wow.
Until you actually attempt to murder it. So yeah. Small little details, like there's a bounty that if you bring it in and you bring him into town, later in the week you can like see them hanging him and his mother in the crowd crying and being hysterical. Oh. Yeah, you meet this guy at the beginning of the game. He's just a random interaction.
Good to see you again, friend. I've only gone and forgotten your name. But worse than that, I've forgotten my own name too.
He's a vet from the Civil War.
Yeah.
Forget your name, mister?
Sure.
Sure.
See? We're made for each other. I mean, as friends. I knew it. There's a big crazy fella with a gun, and I'm a little crazy fella. Can't afford a gun no more. Stick with him, Jimmy, I said. And then I said, your name ain't Jimmy, it's Mickey. And then the fella I was talking to in my head, even he didn't want to talk to me no more. I'll see you around. I've gotten real confused.
Okay, then.
Alright, sir.
Yeah. Just a weird little interaction. There's all kinds of stuff with NPCs like that. Like,
Right.
there's this one NPC that, like, he was, like, dying in the middle, like, from a snake bite. And I sucked out the venom, and then I ran into him, like, 3 hours later to town. And he's like, "Oh, dude, you saved my life here, and let me buy you a gun." And you can go to the gun store and get a free gun.
Nice.
So, all kinds of little details like that. So let's get our bounty.
If I ain't mistaken, you're looking for a bounty. Look no further than that wall, son. The Terror of Valentine.
With an unknown male who may be manipulating her off Miss Sarah Valentine's office. Is it dead or alive? $25.
Is that a lot of money?
It is in the beginning of the game, but like about a little over halfway through, you do this bank heist, and like that kind of sets you up for a good long while with a ton of money.
Nice.
Also, if you start robbing trains, you can straight up fucking rob a train. Like if you just see one, like you can just like start chasing after it, hop on, hold everyone hostage, steal all their shit, and
Right.
yeah. You also set a train engine on fire and it'll explode.
Okay.
So known as let's see. All right. So.
They say she's sleeping rough near Cumberland Falls.
All right. Well, let's go bring her back alive, shall we? So, Brandon, what are your questions about this?
About what?
About this game?
I have none so far.
None?
I am just kind of watching, yeah.
All right.
I'm very tired. I'm trying to keep my brain engaged right now.
Oh shit.
Damn. Drunk guy got thrown out. Just fucking damn.
All right. Well, fuck it.
Why'd you do that?
Just want to stop that guy from being fucking. So we were gonna pick up the side quest in town, but instead we're gonna go do the bounty. Where the fuck is it? It's Cumberland Forest. Oh, I guess we gotta get out of the range being hunted. So. Alright, so. Okay, there it is. It's just locked because we're currently wanted. So, I find the wanted system in this game to be super weird. Because, like. Because just simple the fact that, like, you'll run away and then still be in an area with a bounty, and then, like, it'll be just, like, if a law enforcement recognizes you, they'll, like, F your shit up. But it's, like, unless you have a huge bounty, it's not often that'll happen. Though I've had a case where I've had, like, a $300 bounty, and then, like, go into town, and it's just, like, or I'll have, like, a $300 bounty, do a story mission, and the story mission takes me to town. I'm like, oh, shit.
Right.
Speaking of... So this is the big New Orleans-style city in the game. Saint Denis. But we're gonna go, we were gonna go help with that quest back in Valentine, but instead we're gonna go hunt the living shit out of this person. So, yeah.
Ugh. God damn. Sorry, I am like dying a little bit. I'm already like kind of drained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been there before. Like, literally the last 4 hours of my last shift this week. Like, I'm literally just sitting there typing documents and just, like, literally did not recognize the passage of time at all.
Yeah.
Was just, like, tired as shit. Nearly fell asleep during, like, a phone call.
Well, this is one of those things where, like, I don't know. Like, I'm just not doing much, so I'm just kind of sitting here. Means, like, slowly but surely I'm, like, losing my ability to focus. And I kind of came into it sick today, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well then.
We got this. We got Fallout. Pokemon.
After this, we gotta do the podcast.
Right.
And then from there, we got Fallout. And At that point, we can kind of wait, but then we're gonna have to either do it next Sunday or
What?
something. Like do the other half of the bulk recording.
What's the other half?
Hitman, Fallout, and Pokemon.
Gotcha. So we just have to do the podcast, and then
Yeah.
we can chip away at it tomorrow if we do it, if we catch it early enough.
Yeah, that's true.
But we have to do it like 7 or 8 in the morning. Can't be any later than that.
I will see if I am up. I know, but I probably will be because I tend to get up at 8 on weekends.
Right.
Rare, like the exception has been during this fucking enrollment period, which has just been, dude, I'm just drained.
Yeah.
Like last night, like I tried to play this and couldn't because I could not focus on anything.
Yeah.
Like, I tried to watch TV and couldn't focus on it.
That's kind of where I've been at lately too. I just kind of want to sleep all the time. Right now, like, it's not even that I'm like tired per se. It's just that, like I said, I've been like kind of sick. So
Yeah, I was actually like catching a cold on Tuesday, and like my immune system fought it off, and I was very happy about that.
the circumstances outside my control meant that I had to wait like an hour outside in the cold before getting to work. So I'm pretty sure that's what did it for me. And this was like at night.
Okay, so it's somewhere in this area that we're looking for. Yeah, I feel that. I remember that. I remember Bus Life.
It's not
Slash-
bus life. That's no. It's kind of something completely different, but I don't really want to get into it. It has nothing to do with my ride situation or anything.
Okay.
It's just like an annoying situation that I had to deal with.
Yeah, because like I oh, here we go. I think we found it.
That there's a bounty hunter. Get him!
Kellyanne, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna make you go with the fella.
What kind of man are you? Cutie!
Now stay there.
Wow, this one was easy.
Now, come here.
Oh, she just stabbed that dude to death.
Rock with the rest of them.
Hold on.
So, what do you got for me?
29 cents on a miracle tonic.
Just fucking loots dead corpses.
Oh yeah.
Old West times were tough.
Oh dude, you can loot anybody.
Manhandle me?
I'll manhandle what I want. Fucking criminal.
That is a troublesome thing to say, Bronson.
Is it problematic?
It's problematic.
Um,
I'll manhandle all the Dragon Ball figures I want to manhandle.
You got a rider to you.
You got a Goku on your shelf? Bet your ass I'm gonna touch it.
Come here and let me touch your Goku.
they're in that corner. Go ahead.
Oh dear. What came over me? Did I just do those things? It's a horrible blur. But I see blood. There's blood everywhere. It won't come out. I'm not like that. I'm a good girl. Really. I promise I am. You believe me, don't you?
Be quiet with that.
Damn.
Yeah, if you don't want to hear their like babbling about
That
it,
is something you did?
Yeah,
What?
you can just hit like if you don't want to hear your bounty be
Hell,
like that.
okay? I have an illness. A fever of the brain.
A fever of the brain.
I have things, but a jail. A jail ain't where I belong. A sanatorium, maybe. Get me help, mister. Please. Save me.
There's Cracker of the Jaw once more. Jesus Christ.
Want me to?
No, I mean, no. I don't want you to punch a woman.
Don't lie, Brad. You ask us to do that all the time.
Off camera, yeah, constantly. Constantly, I'm like, why don't you just beat the shit out of your girlfriend? That's what I do.
So tough. Burly.
You know, Kay, she
If I had a strong man like you, I wouldn't be in this
she oft tells tale of
Delvin
the vicious beatings that I deliver upon her.
this unfortunate situation.
Well, it's just like how on stream, Stephanie, domestic abuse happens all the time.
Wouldn't
Did she beat you up?
Put me up.
Yep.
Do you need to talk to someone, Bronson?
Yes,
Do you need to see a doctor?
probably. Stephanie's actually like really strong sometimes. The surprising
I
part.
hate you. You sad sack of shit.
Okay, you shut up.
Belly open.
This the help you're looking for?
Now, unless you want to see the other side of my my 9-iron, I'll show you a little lip up. Bend you over my knee and smack you in the face with the bottom of my boot.
Oh, also,
I don't even know how you would do that.
this building did not exist when the game started. It's slowly being built over time throughout the playthrough.
That's pretty cool.
There's a bunch of shit like that. Also, stuff you do in the story affects the world. So, like,
You wanna try on me?
Just get me there. You're no fun at all.
I'm afraid I ain't.
I'll tell you what is fun. I like to play Parcheesi with your grandma.
what the fuck?
I don't know. Sometimes I just say things.
But no, the stuff you do in the story affects the world. So, like, perfect example, this is like, at one point you get involved in this feud between two families,
Right.
and they like kidnap someone from your camp that's a kid, and like your entire fucking gang goes over, murders their family, burns their house down,
Right.
and like you just
I protest my innocence.
and yeah, and like from the rest of the game on, that mansion is burned to the fucking ground.
Shake it up.
When you go back to it,
She lost another fella out.
Yeah.
it's just happens shit like that.
She's got a habit of dying around you, don't they, Mrs. Swan? I hope you'll be comfortable, miss. She'll be fine. Now come get your money off the desk here.
This is like the kind of game Bethesda wishes they could make.
You mean a good one?
Or just like, I mean, a lot of people like Skyrim.
Yeah, well, it's because Skyrim's actually okay. Like, I like Skyrim, but like,
I don't know how people are still fucking playing that game.
it's like I kind of get it, but like I don't know why. Like this game has like the scale and amount of stuff to do in a Bethesda game, but with actual like polish
Well, and then
Yeah.
beyond that, like a lot of the stuff,
and better
the-
writing.
a lot of the conceit of like Bethesda games. I never really considered Bethesda's games to have poor writing per se.
Like it's okay. Like I don't think it's poor. It's just not as strong as Rockstar's.
Yeah.
But that's not saying a whole lot because Rockstars are Rockstars. Rockstar is probably one of, if not the strongest writers in video games right now.
Right.
Like,
I just feel like Bethesda, a lot of the conceit of Bethesda games tend to be like the amount of immersion that they put into their thing and how the player choices affect the story and everything. Like
you want to
they
get
like
drunk?
those. Yeah, let's get shit faced.
All right, let's do it.
I'll have a bottle of that there Hennessy over there. That's not Hennessy, that's sarsaparilla. Where'd you get this out of the toilet? Can you just keep knocking them back?
Yeah, you can keep on them. You got,
More than Valentine, except shit on your shoes and punch in the face. I swear.
I'll punch you in the shit on your shoes.
It'll be too soon.
so you're gonna take another whiskey and pour one for us.
I have dreams someday I'll go to that auction yard and gunner.
But yeah, no, like Bethesda tends to be like very.
Anyways.
They want you to believe that what you're doing affects the outcome of the game and the way that the world builds. But this game actually does it.
Yeah, and it's one of the reasons why I'm so unbelievably impressed with it. The amount of like detail put into everything.
This'll fix you up.
Like if you don't clean your weapons, they perform worse. And when they do get dirty, you can like notice them like getting like dirty and like on like when you go to clean them.
Another?
Very interesting.
Right.
Of course, keep
I'm fixing my shoes in case everybody's wondering what that noise is. I know that's a weird thing to say.
That's every part of that was a little strange. But
Yeah. It's just like they're Velcro, which is nice. I like how we've hit an age where like people are just wearing slip-ons and Velcro shoes now.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to deal with fucking shoelaces. When like back in the day, if you had Velcro shoes up until like middle school or high school, you were like ridiculed for not being able to tie your shoes or whatever.
Special needs boy.
Right, and it's like, it's not that I don't know how to tie my shoes.
I don't want it.
It's that I don't fucking want to deal with shoelaces. Dude.
Yeah, we're finally tipsy.
That's cool. This effect that you're seeing right now,
Yeah.
where like some of it's blurry and some of it's not,
Mm-hmm.
they achieved this in film with a technique called lens whacking.
Huh. Doing that lens whacking.
Whacking your lens.
Whacking my lens all day long.
You kind of like detach the lens from the base camera. I think there has to be like a filter on there or something on the camera itself in order to make this work. But you detach the lens from the base of the camera and then you kind of like move the lens back and forth to kind of create this like really nostalgic, dreamlike effect, like what you're getting right now.
And that's the sign that we're drunk.
Get one more. Just keep ordering them.
Yeah, you can until you black out.
That's awesome.
In fact, one of the earlier missions in the game is you and your friend get super drunk and party all night.
Me and Ray?
I didn't know Ray was black and named Lenny.
No, but I mean, you didn't say that. What does that matter?
But yeah, no, that's what happens is like one of the early missions in this game is you and your friend come to town, and
You and your friend of non-discriminate origin, Lenny
yep,
Bronson.
black, African American.
Non-discriminate.
We actually had a conversation like this during a stream recently where, so we call Kevin Black Gandalf sometimes.
Gandalf the Black, yeah.
Yeah, and she's
Everybody says Black Gandalf, but I'm like, it's Gandalf the Black. Be accurate to Tolkien.
like, so anyway, and she's like, that sounds so racist. I'm like, fine, African American Gandalf.
Sounds worse. Objectively worse.
Can we get one more in before we black out? Nope. It didn't put us out in the field like it does sometimes.
That's pretty good.
Alright, so we need,
That reminds me of Grand Theft Auto 5, where like sometimes he'll switch back to Trevor.
and
and
he'll
like
be just fucking
like
out of
in a
it.
dress, laying on top of a car in the middle of a freeway,
There's,
holding up traffic.
there's a, oh, okay, there's a story mission here, or a stranger's mission.
Yeah? What do you want?
Do I look like a coward to you? I mean,
Yes.
obviously I do, because I look like that milksop there, but 'tis no matter. Can you help?
Maybe.
See, even he is sick of hearing your nonsense, you afterthought of a child. I apologize, sir, for his smell. Why don't we come back here, to somewhere more conducive to displays of utter gallantry and deep-seated inadequacy?
Well, what did you have in mind?
Shoot a bottle off my head, like William Tell.
This is getting silly.
Very silly. The man is a moron. Shoot one off mine instead. I'm the brave one. I'm not scared.
I'm a good shot, but
I won't even flinch.
I don't want to hurt you, boys.
I can't lose. Either I'll prove my masculinity or die and be spared his company. Come, sir, please.
Okay, then. Delicious. Sure, everyone knows you
The fuck is happening?
Of course.
You boys are ridiculous.
Okay.
So now what? You gotta choose.
Ready? Aim. You got mine, and I shot. That was fun. What was it? I feel like we didn't even do anything. Oh, of course you didn't. We all know you're hardly sentient at all. Another round, smaller bottles, sir. Please.
What?
I don't know.
Please. This creature is unbearable. He needs silence.
I'll do my best.
I love how the side quests in this game range from like heartfelt to like super serious to this shit.
This is like this. I don't even know what's happening right now.
Now I'll stand on one leg. Me too. You keep shooting, sir, and this time you kill the beast. He emerged fully formed from the swamps. Helen! Silence, you blackguard, sir. Shoot the wretch.
Oh, this could only be good.
Shoot away, sir. My bottle and his brains, if you please. Fine shooting. Over here. Now do one while I hop. Do it while I turn somersaults. Shoot me. Give me the gun. Let me shoot him. For all mankind.
I think me and the lady have had enough.
Oh, I don't blame you, sir. This man's tongue, I would run too if I could. Here, for your skill and talents.
Thank you.
Now, brother, I am going to walk Helen home. Don't follow us. She has an elderly aunt, and I fear the sight of you could finally finish her off.
Helen, is this
Damn.
bothering you?
You two come along.
There aren't two. There's me and the lizard man. Please, my angel, do not aggregate us.
There's me and the lizard man. Damn.
That was weird. And I loved it. Oh boy. Oh hey, we got another side quest.
Dude, I'd watch an entire movie about those two idiots.
There was something on the map that was... Which one's this one? MD. Oh, this is the scientist one. Okay, so we can... Alright, so I guess we should show a story mission. Which one is this? Is it the bank heist or which one is this?
Dutch Vanderlyn.
Okay, yeah, so this is the, that's not the bank heist, that's the trolley heist. I'll take it. It's not a bad one. There's my fucking horse.
Your Uber has arrived. Every time I get a steed in a game, I name him Uber.
I named, mine is an Arabian horse, and, we keep naming all our, when Stephanie and I stream this, we keep naming all our horses, Bojack and where they're from. So far we have two, which is Arabian Bojack and Kentucky Bojack.
Fair enough.
So yeah. Oh yeah, I should probably pay off my bounty, that'd be good.
Still don't watch that show.
Fun fact, half of the train conductors are voiced by Jeff from Rooster Teeth.
Nice.
Yep. And we also have mail, so I wonder what's up there.
Fucking love Jeff.
We should receive mail.
Hello, how can I help?
We should pay our bounty off.
Nothing like a fresh start.
Oh, what? Oh, I guess we got away, so no one...
Well, whatever.
We weren't charged. Neat. Yeah.
Holy shit. Alright.
I feel that.
Ugh.
Okay. Shit. Train's in the way.
Train's what?
Train's in the way. Well, we could go around it or we could steal a train.
Can you steal a train?
You can legit steal a motherfucking train.
That's crazy.
You can steal a train, you can rob a train. Oh, you. I wonder.
Ominous investigation of a serial killer. Looks like.
Get the fuck out of here.
Why will the serial killer kill you?
No. It's more just they heard gunshot. There's also people that heard gunshots.
Oh, gotcha.
They're like, why you shoot a fucking gun off in town? So. Alright, so we'll do one story mission here, the one in town, and then we'll
probably call it, right?
call it, yeah. There's so much more we could show. We could do a fucking 3 hours on this shit.
Right.
In all honesty, like,
It's a big ass game.
Steph and I streamed 2 fucking hours of it at a time, and still haven't shown people like
Everything you can
everything you can do. Like, we hunted a legendary animal. We did a side quest where we had to shoot a lion. There, you know, like we fucking went fishing. I caught a legendary fish.
Keep going.
Hold on.
Lord have mercy! Whoa! Hey, come back! Oh no!
Yeah, I'm not gonna help him. I helped him the first time.
What does he do?
He gives you money if you help go get his horse.
Is it annoying?
Nah, not really. Just would rather just go to the story mission. Now this looks pretty. Excuse me. I've heard the Xbox One X version in 4K looks absolutely insane.
Right.
Which I would love to see, but I just like feel like I'm just like holding off on 4K for like one more year. Like that's my thing. I was like I could bite on it right now. There were a couple of deals during Black Friday where I was just like fuck it, sure. I was like so close, but then bailed.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I just don't really need it right now.
I have most of the stuff to do it. Is there another side quest? Oh no, okay, it's the one that's on the map. Yeah, so this particular side quest is that is the lion one. He's British, of course. So it's so there's this dude you meet in the middle of the woods with a bunch of tipped over like animal cages from the circus, and it is a man dressed as a woman. He calls himself Margaret, and he has you go catch all his escaped exotic, in quotes, animals. There's a donkey painted like a zebra, a dog made to look like a lion, a tiger, and then an actual lion.
Right.
So yeah. I actually have found during the busy season at work this has kind of been the perfect game to play, because a lot of it is just like really relaxing and decompressing. Like,
yeah, it seems like nothing in it's like super hard.
At least,
but like
there's definitely difficult stuff. Like those legendary animal hunts are fucking crazy.
But not the kind of like difficulty like.
Okay.
Like
yeah,
I can't imagine anything like killing you in this game.
Just gunfights or the legendary animals. Those are the primary two.
Right.
So we're almost dead and our horse is completely exhausted. So we have to.
You have to set up camp.
Yeah. And we're gonna make. We're gonna cook here.
Just like Zelda.
You just like Zelda, you can cook actual recipes that are more effective.
Right.
But I'm just eating fucking raw meat. Like, we'll go off the recipes. No, damn it, I wanted to. We'll stow that. But, yeah, so, like, you can go in and, like, go through and with your supplies, you can go and see, like minty venison, oregano venison, thyme, plain, etc. And then
make that.
Sleep. We'll sleep. We'll set up a tent so random people don't stumble upon us and rob our ass. That could happen. You can straight up just fucking be robbed.
Right.
Like they'll come. Also, if you like, there are some side missions where it's just people trying to scam you. So, like, if someone looks shady as shit, like, be ready.
Right.
Because, like, I legit got knocked out, drug out into the woods, and then, like, a good, like, half my money taken.
Yeah.
And then there's the fact that, like, there's a bunch of small little details, like, in a lot of towns, there are blind guys who will ask for money, and if you give money, they'll give you karma. But you always want to point your gun at them. Because some of them are just people trying to scam you. And if you get them to stop scamming people, that gives you more on honor.
Right.
So yeah, so like that's been kind of my thing where I've just been like every time I run into a blind person, I pull out a fucking gun. I'm like, you really fucking blind?
No, that's crazy the way that the NPCs interact with you in a mildly like realistic manner.
Yeah, like that's just there've just been so much shit where I've just been like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Kill that son of a bitch! You got moments left. Law finds me, they'll get an earful about you. Better believe it.
Hey, dude, I was trying to save you. I didn't know that the fucking. Well, since you're just gonna tell the law about me. Well, I was trying to save that guy from a life of imprisonment, and I just murdered everyone.
Right.
That's how that works, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then there's a bunch of different areas. So the game takes place across Colorado, Louisiana, what is basically these places? Colorado, they have different names.
Yeah.
Colorado, Missouri, Virginia, Louisiana. We're in Louisiana, if you couldn't tell by the background.
Yeah.
And there's, and yeah, you have to take care of your horse. If your horse is upset or fucking dirty, they'll perform worse. So yeah, that's let's see what we have here as far as horse care goes. Oh well, we're really out of food for him. Okay. But yeah, you see, you can take a look at your horse's stats up there. So he has elite handling, he's black, near top speed, near top acceleration. Okay, well. Do I have any? So yeah, this is the gun maintenance thing, where you gotta clean it to keep your gun perform as good as it can. So.
It's like you don't have shit.
Yeah, this is a point in the game where I've been really tapped on resources. I should probably, it's funny, right after this is when I, end up just stocking up on a bunch of shit for the rest of the playthrough.
Right.
So. Actually, if I'm going into a mission, I want the double barrel shotgun and the bolt action rifle. So, welcome to New Orleans.
This is not a very fun game to watch.
Which is the exact opposite of how my experience has been playing it.
Right. No, I'm sure,
I've been,
playing it's a completely different...
over the Thanksgiving weekend, I actually had time to play games, and I literally spent my entire Sunday on it.
Yeah.
Did not play anything else.
Oh, I'm sure you could get lost in it.
That's...
I do not doubt that.
Oh yeah, you can go to theatrical performances that are era-specific.
Right.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, are you kidding me?
What?
This guy's side mission is hilarious. I'll show you the cutscene for it when we're done with this little run here. While this shit's rendering while I swap this over to podcasting shit. But yeah, it's basically a Frenchman who's out of his fucking mind. Alright, let's go rob a train station.
There you are. Come on, keep walking. You're late. Couple of days in this place, you turned into some clock-watching city. What's the urgency? We need to leave forever. We've been doing well, making money, but for us all to leave together, we need enough for a boat. Now, I found a friendly ship captain, and he's willing to take us to Australia or Tahiti. We just need to pay for passage and give him money for land when we get there. No questions asked. We will disappear, be reborn. Well, where the hell is Tahiti? South Pacific, an untouched paradise. Who lives there? Tahitians, I guess. We made a bit of money on that riverboat job. Not enough for us to leave and live peacefully. Where's the rest coming from? In there. So we are gonna rob that place. Well, I didn't think we was fixing the plumbing. I don't know if you have noticed, but we are on the clock. I reckon we got a few days before the Pinkerton show, and well, we're done. Now, we need money. Bronte said this place has got money. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a robbery. Behave as I tell you, and none of you will die. Annoy me.
I like how they could just jump into it.
Now remember, we just want money. Don't make us kill you. Mr. M. Okay, give me everything you got. Quick. Check that room back there. I got this one. Die. That's your choice. Not mine. Now, I'm gonna need everything you got of it.
Okay, fine, it's yours.
Open the gate and let my acquaintance.
Alright. Highway robber.
Come on. These people are itching to part with their valuables.
Oh, whoops. Like I said, the controls can be awkward sometimes because it's so context sensitive.
There's everything.
Yeah.
Alright, great.
There's nothing much here.
What?
There's nothing really here.
You're sure?
Yes.
Then get out here and get ready for company. All of you! Behave. We don't want to hurt any of you. Mr. M, check the safe. Sure. Open it.
I don't think they keep much cash in there.
Open it!
So yeah, if you were to shoot him, you'd actually have to crack the safe yourself.
It's open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had that happen a couple of times.
Cash in there. He told us there was. Look again. There's no stacks. A few dollars in coins. That's it.
We got a problem. There's a ton of cops out there.
Now you gotta shoot all those guys.
Son of a bitch. He set us up. Think? Seems like a good sarcasm to you, Arthur. We're gonna do something. The trouble. The trouble. Follow me, gentlemen. Go now. Go. Does this trolley go to Tahiti? I hope so. All right. Shoot us some space.
Oh, okay. This is a mission where I actually need to select the, you must have to use a revolver to do this kind of thing, because of what it is.
Nice.
Yeah, so the slow-mo cam like that sometimes. One of my personal favorites is the one where it, one of my personal favorites is the one where if you shoot someone in the head with a shotgun, their head explodes. Same thing.
What triggers the slow-mo?
You getting like a kill on a specific shot, like a really impressive shot or specific shot. So like eventually you'll upgrade that ability enough where you can see the parts where you'll get the slow-mo cam.
Yeah.
horse just runs off with his fucking dead body on it.
Just keep shooting till nothing moves. This is our chance. Move. Let's go.
So yeah, the characters actually need time to line up shots too,
Right.
which is why you'll notice like when you auto-target it, takes a minute to zoom in.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense for the type of weapon you're using.
Stick with me, Dutch.
They
Yeah,
do that Fallout like targeting system.
yeah, you can do that too, but you have a limited amount per meter,
Yeah.
so you need to manage it. So it's kind of mainly for like a quick thing, or if you have like a ton of enemies. Like there's one point in the game where you get like I had this thing where I like had both revolvers. Ooh,
Damn.
I had this thing out where I was at like I went to this like enemy camp to take out a bunch of dudes and loot them. All 6 of them stood up. I went in slow-mo and killed all of them. Ooh. I like how it does the old-timey Western style thing when they fall off the roof. Oh yeah, you can do this too. Ah, damn it, he died. Ah, he's on a horse. Yeah, good. Yeah, you see that meter next to your stamina bar on the left?
Yeah.
The third one on the left. Like, I've been using it a lot. And I'm almost out of bullets, so we better find,
How long is his mission?
long enough to shoot him in the neck.
Nice.
Oh, good. There's one on the ground. Hopefully I can attack one. And you can do this.
Nice.
Ooh. Blew his ear off.
Nice.
Let's go.
Oh, fuck. They run so slow. They all have kind of the same run cycle too.
Yeah, I'm guessing they do that for most of the NPCs that aren't like
Important.
yeah. Oh shit! Did our dude get capped? Oh, I guess we had to help him.
Ah, you got fucked.
Yeah, that's actually one thing. Like, if you if you are not proactive and like eliminating shit, your buddies can get murked. So we'll finish this up and.
I think we're good there. That's 60 minutes. That's enough time. Brandon's like drained right now.
The fuck?
Yeah, this game is not very fun to watch, but I could see it being very fun to play.
Yeah.
I was just like, kind of like,
Oh yeah, I forgot to show you something. So this is more meant for when you're like doing long rides or dialogue heavy things, but you can straight up like set up a cinematic camera for like for like long rides. Oh, okay, yeah. So I can Lenny the fucking controls of the cart. We'll just murk all these dudes. So, oh, whoops! I shot that hole. I did not mean to shoot either of those horses.
Oh well.
Oh well. Poor horses. Stephanie gets super sad when I shoot either of the horses.
But they're fake.
I know. He loves animals though. Especially because the animals in this game, like if you shoot them, they let out like hella realistic cries.
But they're not real.
Look, man. I understand that logic, but you obviously do.
They blocked the road. I want this mission to be over with. It's a cool game, don't get me wrong, it's just like...
Wait, what?
Oh.
Oh, you're supposed to shoot it. Oh, well. Oops.
You see any more? Just keep going, kid. You okay back there? Don't worry about me. Just get us out of here.
Yeah, like I said, this game looks really cool. It's just like not super fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I wasn't doing anything, so...
Fair enough.
It's a cool game, though. I could see a lot of, like... I could see why you've been so big on it.
You know what, Dutch? Next time, let's not damn discretion. Seemed like a good lead. I know, but... Well, we made it. Thanks to... Yeah, you're a good kid. And we each got $15. Oh, and a quarter. Don't get the quarter. Shut up, Arthur. He set us up. Played me like a yokel. Put the law on us. What did we do to him? What did I do to him? I guess he thinks he's the king around here. He don't want the likes of you. So, what are we doing next, Dutch? We just need money. One more decent take, and we're gone. The bank is our bet. Hosea agrees. Even after that, especially after that. I don't feel so good. Now you just got a bash on the head.
Come on, I'm taking you back to camp.
Hey, you did real good there, Lenny. Just wish it could have turned out better.
Well, can't win them all.
Alright, so yeah, that's Red Dead 2.
Well, that's a part of Red Dead 2.
That's a fraction of Red Dead 2.
Right.
We'll be back eventually with the online service. Love y'all.
Yeah, we're both pretty dead.
Yep.
We're gonna record a podcast and probably call it.
Yep. Bye, everyone.